Hand plank is an isometric core exercise and upper body exercise. So we're going to hold tension on our chest, our arms and our core throughout this movement. So hands, starting position, our hands in under our shoulders so the joints are stacked. So shoulder over elbow over wrist. This allows the weight to distribute down through the heel of the hand perfect. From here, you're going to come up with your hips and feet and hold this position for as long as specified. That's a hand plank. So from the side, hands in under the shoulders, feet back, hips down. If you struggle with the hips in this, sinking to the ground, just squeeze your glutes and squeeze your quads, and this will help hold in place on the hand plank when you're struggling. And W reps, an upper back workout just to get the muscles activated nicely in our upper back. So starting off on the ground, chest to ground, we're going to pull our elbows right back and keep our hands off the ground. From here, you're going to retract your shoulder blades together, your scapula. So pull up, then back down, release the tension, but don't put your hands on the ground. So it's up, down, and just work through that for 30 seconds. So hands back in, up and down, just engaging and releasing the tension. Don't put the hands on the ground, and down. And that's your W rep. Yoga push-ups is going to incorporate some upper and lower body work. It's a nice dynamic movement. So we're starting off in our push-up position. So hands in under the shoulders, feet together. From here, you're going to fold over into a push-up, down to the ground, back up, and push back the heels and hips towards the roof. From the side, hands together, feet together, fold over, push up, and then back, up and squeeze along the back of the legs, and then back down into push-up. If you struggle with the push-up, hop to your knees, fold over, for your push-up, then hop into downward dog. Blackburns are a nice dynamic upper body warm-up exercise. So we pop to the ground, chest down. From here, we're going to bring our hands out, together at the front, keeping them off the ground. Bring them back behind, catch your hands, lift your hands first, then lift your chest off the ground, relax the tension, bring back out and repeat. So I'll show you from the side also. So chest to ground, hands out, touch at the front, back behind, turn them up, lift the hands, lift your chest, bring back down and repeat. And that's how you do Blackburn. Jumping jacks are one of our more common cardiovascular exercises. This is really designed to get the heart rate up and going in a nice simple movement pattern, working both the upper and lower body. Our starting position, feet together, hands down by the side. From here, jump out and hands up and then back in. That's your movement. So you can go in a slow movement just to keep moving, or you can work jumping jacks really fast if you want as well. So that's the jumping jack. Push-ups are an upper body compound movement, meaning we're going to incorporate more than one muscle group in the exercise. So we're going to work our chest and our triceps in a push-up mostly. So you engage in all of our upper body push muscles to complete the movement. I'll demonstrate from the side. So starting off on the ground, our full push-up form is where our hands are going to be just under or outside of our shoulders. Keep them underneath the shoulder, feet together. From here, you're going to unlock your elbow. You're going to fold forward and down and push back up. Try not to push back in the movement and make sure you push up, driving from the elbow down to the heel of the hand. So again, forward, down and up. To regress the movement, we start off in this position, pop the knees to the ground, and from here you'll fold forward, down and push up. Again, making sure we drive up and we don't drive back in the movement. That would be poor form. And then to make it another regression on the movement, if you struggle with doing push-ups in either full body or knee position, you can do an eccentric push-up. So from here, unlock the elbows and fold forward, down, as slow as possible. Release the tension and then get back up and repeat that, lowering yourself under tension, and that will work the triceps and the chest in the movement. W to Y reps are a great activation for upper back and shoulder area. We're going to start with our chest to the ground. We're going to make a W with our elbows, so pull them right back, hands are off the ground. We're going to squeeze our scaps together, push out our hands into what looks like a letter Y, pull back in, release the tension, but don't put the hands to the ground. Pull back up, out, in. A half push-up hold is an isometric upper body exercise that's really going to hit the chest and the triceps. We want to start off in our normal push-up position. So hands in under the shoulders or just outside the shoulder. feet on the ground. From here, you're going to unlock the elbows, you're going to fold forward. You're going to fold about halfway or just before halfway down. So watch my shoulder, down, and this is the position then. You can do these from your knees as well to release a bit of weight off when you fatigue in the set, or if you're starting off with them and just need to start from a bit of a less weight in the movement. So feet on the ground, unlock the arms, down, and I'm going to hold this position here. So note the angle from my shoulder to my elbow. If my shoulder comes below, we're releasing tension, and if that happens, just let yourself to the ground, get back up, restart the exercise, and hold for as long as you can again in that position. And that's your half push-up. T-reps is an upper back exercise created to hold tension up on our traps and our scapula area. So we're going to start off with our chest to the ground. We're going to make a capital T, like the letter T, out of our body. So arms push right out and our legs are back straight. So from here, we're going to pull our scaps together, which is going to raise our arms up. Everything else stays put, just up and down. We don't bring our hands to the ground, we keep them a couple of inches off the ground throughout. So up, down for the time specified. And that's a Tricep dips. A very easy way to work our triceps at home is doing a bodyweight tricep dip. All you need is a piece of furniture or something like a step or a box, anything that has a bit of a height off the ground. The starting position here is you're going to get a hand on either side of the chair or on either side of a bench or box and put your feet straight out. From here, you sit down and drive up. So down and up, pushing from the elbow down through the heel of the hand. To make it easier, just pop your feet up and just take some weight off, and then you'll be able to keep working then. So if you fatigue during the set, then you're able to bring your feet back, take some weight off, and keep working. When working bodyweight exercises for the upper body, you can find it quite difficult to engage some of the muscle groups without equipment. So we use our own body weight and strength and contraction to create tension in the muscle groups and fatigue them as such. So for biceps, we usually would lift something with a bicep, so it can be quite hard. So what we're going to do here is an isometric bicep hold. So we're going to tuck our elbow into our side, keeping a right angle on the arm. So elbow's right under the shoulder, right out to the hand. You're going to get your other hand and push down into the palm of the hand. With this hand, you're going to push up and try and push past this hand. So push, 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 and we're engaging our bicep here. We're really like working the muscle under tension. So keep pushing as hard as you can. You probably see me shaking there. So you want to keep pushing, pushing, pushing. Then after that, you're going to pop the other elbow in, nice and solid, hand out, and you're going to push against it again. And that's how we create tension in the bicep. Brace core sit-ups are a nice core exercise. We're going to hold tension during the movement on the core. Our starting position is down on our backs. So down and so. Put your feet flat on the ground. Our starting, you need to bring your shoulders off the ground, and this is going to create tension in your core. Arms are straight out, bring them up to your knees. From here, it's a small slide over the knee, and note that your shoulders don't come back to the ground. So you keep them up in this position for starting. Up and over, back. Up and over, back. Up and over and back. And that's your brace core sit. Heel taps are a great alternating core exercise. We're going to work our obliques mostly. So we're going to start off with our back to the ground. From here, we're going to raise our shoulders off the ground to hold some tension in our core. Hands are straight down, and I want you to crunch your side down towards your heel. Try to avoid swinging out. I want you to crunch down, tap, 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 and that's your heel tap. I'll show you from the front. So down, we're going to brace your core, then tap, 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 and that's a heel tap. A flutter kick is a lower abdominal core movement where we're going to engage our hip flexors throughout the movement and really work the lower part of our core. Your starting position is on the ground, lying on your back. I like to pull my knees into my chest, which means our lower back is on the ground. From here, you're going to push your feet out about 6 inches off the ground and keep your toes pulled back towards you. This engages our hip flexors, which is the driving force behind the movement. From here, feet come heel to toe distance, up and down, keeping the toes pulled back throughout, and you work for the prescribed time. This is called a flutter kick. Shoulder taps is an upper body movement. We're going to incorporate our core a small bit in as well. Our starting position is a push-up position. Our hands are right under our shoulders and our feet are back. From here, you're going to really squeeze your hips so you hold your core and hip flexors in place. And what you're going to do then is with as little hip movement as possible is tap each shoulder nice and controlled. So alternate between taps and try to keep the hips as tight as possible. A little tip for these is to split the feet a small bit, and that will help to keep your hips nice and solid. So from here, squeeze up everything, nice controlled, shoulder tap, keep the hips nice and down and solid, and it's a great way to work alternating arms and core. That's your shoulder tap.